What's going on there, YouTube? It's frickin' cold. Hey, stay tuned, folks. I got a great product review here for you. You're gonna love this. We're gonna be talking about an OBD2. So hey, folks, OBD2 Diagnostic Interface. Alrighty, folks. Now this little gadget right here is well worth the money. You got to get one of these things. And I actually found out about this little thing from a video that Lyft Zone did. That's my man Philly Nate up in Philadelphia. What's going on, Nate? Always love your videos. But he did a review of this little thing, an OBD2, and I will include a link to his video down here in the description of this video, the very first thing. Now you can get these things up on Amazon for about 20 bucks. It is specific to Android phone or iPhone. So if you go to Amazon and get one of these things, make sure you get one that is specific for your phone, because the one for Android and the one for iPhone are a little different. Now in order to make this thing work, there is actually a secondary app, and I'll get into that in a minute, that you got to download, which is another $10, so $30 total for this thing. Now what this thing does is this gives you power. It gives you all the power when you're dealing with a mechanic. Because here, this is what this thing is. OBD2 Diagnostic Interface. Now down here underneath the steering column on your car, there's a port that looks about like that. And that's what you plug this thing into. Now what that port is when you take your car to the mechanic, he plugs his diagnostic tool up into that port so that his tool and your car's computer talk to each other. And when your check engine light comes on, well, you don't know what that could be. That could be anything. Check engine lights for literally anything. So you take your car to the mechanic to find out, why is the check engine light on? And the mechanic will plug his diagnostic tool up to it, figure out what's wrong. If he's an honest mechanic, he'll fix it and tell you exactly what's wrong, problem solved. Pay him your money, you're done. However, there are a few shady mechanics out there that'll try to rip you off, especially if they think you're gullible. It is a big problem really for women more than men. But it's definitely happened to me too, so I'm sure it's happened to everybody when you get a dishonest mechanic. But this thing is going to keep them honest, because that same port down here on under the steering column that the mechanic plugs his thing into, this is plugged into my car all the time, 24/7. And this connects through Wi-Fi to my phone. Now, if I remember correctly, in Philly Nate's video, his is an Android. I think his may have connected with Bluetooth. So there's a subtle difference between the Android and the Apple versions of this. But now this is where the app comes into play, because when your check engine light comes on, I will load that app up, which I believe it's called Dash Command, Wi-Fi my phone to the OBD2 device here, and all these little dots up here at the top of the screen, they'll all start flashing colors once it's connected. And what this does is it will send the fault code that your car is putting out that is causing that check engine light. It will send the exact fault code to your phone. So all you have to do then is Google the fault code, F24103, or whatever it is. And that will tell you what is wrong with your car. So that when you do go into the mechanic to get it fixed, unless it's something that you can fix yourself, because sometimes it'll be something stupid that you can do yourself. But when you walk into the mechanic already knowing exactly what's wrong with your car, and that mechanic comes back with something else that's going to cost a whole bunch of money, and he's going to have to order the parts, you know you've got a dishonest mechanic right there. And at that point, you'd be like, hey, yeah, thanks, I'll take my car elsewhere. I've actually had to use this once to figure out what was wrong. In 36,000 miles, the check engine light finally came on about 10,000 miles ago, roughly, I guess. And the fault code that it was giving me was telling me that there was an imbalance in the fuel to air mix ratio. What ultimately ended up causing that problem was my fuel injectors. So they had to rip out all the fuel injectors and replace them with new ones. Thankfully, this didn't cost me a dime because the car's under warranty. Still is for another 300 miles. But this gives you immense power when you're dealing with mechanics. You don't have to go in wondering what is wrong with your car. You know what's wrong with your car. You're holding all the aces. So head over to Amazon and check these things out. I'll include a link into the description direct to at least this one. I'll try to find the one for the Android phone too. I've got an iPhone. And the apps are different too. I don't know if I mentioned that, but the apps are different too. The app for the Android is different than the app for the iPhone. But they're both 10 bucks. And they pretty much do the same thing. Just communicates with this little guy. So hey folks, OBD2. $30 well spent. Even if you don't drive for Lyft and Uber, you need to get one of these things. Because you will never ever wonder about whether you're being ripped off by the mechanic again. So y'all have a great day. I'll catch you again next time in the Nashville Lyft Zone. This has been my product review for the OBD2. Be sure to throw a like up on this video. Leave a comment if you like. And hit that subscribe button, you know, over there, somewhere. This is DJ Rockwell, signing off.